Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Brigade of Flames, Chapter 152. When we last left off, we had a fun little one-shot filler thing with Assault and Tamaki elevating the Assault character way past his original appearance back in the 70s to an actually fun kind of one-off villain. We'll see if he stays that way in any future appearances. That was very much a one-off chapter. And yeah, so let's move right on into 152. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody I have my straw poll for the Winter 2019 anime season reviews in the description down below. So go down there, fill that out, and then come back here and watch the video. So yeah, moving right along into chapter 152, Ozes family. So imagine we're going to get a bunch of Maki info. Our scan later page. Okay, so we open on the Tokyo Imperial Army Barracks. General Ozes, we've received a Special Fire Forces report. Tokyo Imperial Army General, Unified Military Operations Department, Chief Donro Ozes. So I think this is Maki's dad. I vaguely recall Maki being in the army at one point in her life, before she joined the Fire Force. You brought me the report from the Special Fire Force. And he's like towering over this grunt, clearly intimidating him. Only that, and we cut to the guy has ran out of the room and is like breathing heavily. So scary. Another guy walks up. What happened? I had to submit the Special Fire Forces report, but General Ozes' presence. At least his daughter's beautiful, stationed in Yokota, right? What? No, she left the army. It seems she went against the wishes of General Ozes and joined Company 8 of the Special Fire Force. So that's Maki, of course. We see, is Danzo his name? Donro. Okay, like Danzo, that's a Naruto character. But yeah. Anyway, we cut to, I imagine this is like the Ozes mansion or something. And yeah, we have Maki showering. And Maki, like, looks down at her arms. How do my arms get so fat? She steps into the bath. And then Donro comes home. I think that's Donro. No, I'm looking down at someone else. Never mind. I'm home. A maid walks up. Hello, you're home early. That's because I wrapped up early, too. And the maid takes off his coat. Thanks. Investigating crimes is not easy work. Tokyo Imperial Army First Lieutenant Criminal Detective. Your mother is preparing dinner. It's been some time since you ate, yes? We see this like lavish feast laid out. Maki turns to her mother. Wow, Mom, so much food. Of course, this is a family dinner after all. Donro-san. And Donro walks up and like approaches Maki, towering over her. Maki maybe approaches up to here on Donro. Hey, Dad. And Donro like breaks out into a smile. It's been a long time since you shared a meal, Maki-chan. Think we'll be able to eat all the food Mom made? So Donro pulls the complete 180. Super sweet Maki, despite what that one soldier would lead us to believe. And Maki's brother walks up. I don't believe it. General Ozes, an imperial leader, getting all flustered at the sight of his daughter. Takigi. So that's the brother's name, Takigi. Back so soon? A general can't even rest at home, huh? Well, let's eat before it gets cold. And then they're all eating around the table. It looks like this is not going to be the full-on Maki arc I thought it was going to be, but it still is like it's so far it's not that great a chapter. It just kind of is, I guess. But anyway, Takigi is chowing down. Delicious, Mom. It's great dining with the whole family. Mom cooks as well as my company's lieutenant. And that catches Donro's attention. Your lieutenant? Do you mean Hinoa? The man who recruited you into that reckless company? And Maki, like, flexes. I'm not weak anymore. We see her arm is very, muscular. Which kind of is weird how she earlier referred to her arm as fat. Which is, I don't know what to do with that. But Takigi looks up. Getting fat again? Okay, we're going back. She's somehow both muscular and fat. Okay, it's weird, but all right. But Maki slumps into her chair. That's not true. Stop hiding them. They're thicker than my legs. That's not true. Takigi, it's rude to point your fork at someone. And Danro turns to Maki. Your brother is right. Are you overdoing your workouts? That's not how a good wife should behave. Alright, Takigi's getting kind of gross on me. And like high-key misogynistic right there. I hate you, brother! Someday my prince will arrive on a white horse, then I'll fall in love. Then Donro like pops up behind her. Regardless whether such a man is really out there, Maki-chan's heart will always be a field of flowers. You're one to talk, Dad. We have a picture of an image of like past Maki in like a sundress and like a brimmed hat. The Maki-chan of the past. And then the mom admonishes Takigi. Staring at people during dinner is also rude. And then the phone rings. Ah, my girlfriend's calling. Sorry, sweetie, your Takikins is eating with family right now. You're one to talk too, brother. This whole family is getting kind of weird. I don't quite know what to take of them. I can't stand seeing you act like a baby. And then their mom kind of like admonishes them. I appreciate the friendly banter, but please practice good manners. Who's acting like a baby? Daddy's always happy to spoil his Maki-chan. The mom takes a breath. Listen up, you bastards! And slam, like, no, not slams her hand. Looked like she was doing that from the top of the panel. But, like, gets one foot up on the table, I think. Listen up, you bastards! When you're at this table, you sit down, shut up, and practice good manners, damn it! This is Madoka Ozes, the wife of the Tokyo Imperial General. And immediately after that outburst, the family, like, gets back to business as usual. This is delightful. Yes, it is. The meat tastes great. Then after dinner, the plates are all cleared, and the maid is pouring tea, I think? Thank you. And Takigi turns to Maki. Maki, you were in the Nether, weren't you? Yes, I was. And then Donro pipes up. Takigi, is this about the man you're seeking? Yes, there are more and more reports of missing people. And now we have reports about a strong smell coming from the Nether. The Nether? Wow, it was so scary. I heard the 8th had an explosive fight down there, too. And Maki looks up. And among the soldiers, there are rumors that the preacher had something to do with it. As a special firefighter, I don't think it's my place to contradict the facts of an investigation. Does that really matter? The 8th are strong. Obviously, the captain and commander are great, but the newcomers are kind, and we also have excellent members of world class. And Donro looks at her. And then we cut to an entrance to the Nether, as Takigi and some other detective are also going down there. This really leads to the Nether? It's not like I expected to get a search warrant. Why is the preacher's involvement in this so important to the Empire? You went back home yesterday, huh? They enter the Nether, and the other detective gets like a flashlight out. Yeah, it was our first family dinner in a long time. Maki-chan was already down here. Did she tell you anything about the Nether? She just said she never wanted to go back. Seriously? Be careful. Everything looks deteriorated. We've had reports about a strong smell from down here. They're heading down the stairs now. That makes sense. After all, the Empire had several underground facilities before the Great Disaster. Ooh, now we're in the Nether. My mom's rolling in her grave. The reported area is up ahead. Right, because the Nether is all like a damned place in the faith of the Empire. And they're continuing to walk down. The other detective flashes his flashlight down a side path. Lots of side paths, like a maze. If we think we're about to get lost, we'll turn right around. Right. And they keep going. Wait. And he shines his flashlight on the ground. Look, I see some markings in the dust, and they look like footprints. Is this left over from not from Joker and Benny. That couldn't be. Those are recent prints, and they just keep going. And they shine their light down, and they reach a door, a boiler room, and Takigi gets out his gun. I hear something. The door opens, and it's a laboratory. Okay, with like a skull and like a jar. All kinds of creepy shit. Entering his blood-soaked laboratory, the smell of death leaves Maki's brother with a bad feeling. What's all this? To be continued, chapter 153, Order. And that's where we leave off. So, right now, I don't know if this is going to be a new full arc or kind of like the church mini arc we got a few chapters ago. But all in all, this was a decent chapter. We didn't get too much till the very end with Takigi going into the Nether and finding that mysterious laboratory that I don't think we've seen before. It looks new to me. I don't recognize it at all. Blood-soaked laboratory. Does the preacher have any scientists? I can't think of any they have. I don't know. I imagine it's some new branch of the preacher's operation of the White Hoods, you know. But yeah, the stuff with the Ozes family, it wasn't phenomenal. It existed, it happened, you know, whatever. We moved past it. Much more interested in what this laboratory means for where the story goes from here. I don't think we're going to be introduced to the 7th pillar yet. I think that's still a couple arcs out. We did have 2 arcs between the 5th pillar and the Hajima arc with Mitaku. So I imagine we'll have some time. I don't think Okubo's in any rush to get us through the 8 pillars. You know, we have plenty of stuff to do before we meet our next 2 pillars. But yeah, this is kind of a good chunk of this chapter is just kind of, you know, there's not the Ozes family isn't, besides Maki, isn't really all that interesting as a unit. Like, each of them individually, I think, have the potential to be interesting characters. But as a unit, they're just kind of a quirky anime family. And I'm not too big on them, you know? They might surprise me. Assault certainly surprised me last chapter. But until that time comes, they just kind of are. There's not really enough in the lab to let me make any theories about it. So this was an alright chapter. But I'm going to leave this video off here. I hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or fill out that straw poll down below if you haven't. And do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass and I'll see you in the future. Bye!